Hey, this is Jake and Jared from XENEK, and today we're going to talk about a little quick tip on setting up and taking down the XENEK Apex ground blind. And the main reason why we want to take the time to do this, our blind is taller than it is wide, and so because of that, if you don't take it down or set it up in the right order, it'll still survive the process, but it makes it a lot more difficult for you and on the equipment both. So what we're going to recommend is that you follow this procedure, and essentially you're going to find one of the back walls of the ground blind. There's two walls that have a really soft four-way stretch fabric, and then there's two walls that are the solid 600 denier fabric. And any one of those two walls is fine. Jake's located a wall here. You don't want to open the roof first, and you can identify the roof because it's the only surface that only has one window in it. It has a triangle shape. After you've deployed the first wall, the blind will do exactly what it's done here for Jake. One side will pop up, and then Jake's going to actually stand on the ground flap on the far side, grab both of the reinforcing cones, and just lift and elevate the blind. You're going to put it under a lot of stress and pressure, and it's going to pop kind of like that. You might even feel like you're about to ready to break it, but just keep pulling. And then after he does that, now he's going to go ahead and deploy the roof, and then from there on out, you can deploy whatever order you want. Any of the remaining walls is fine. Again, the key is that the hard walls, one of this wall or this wall, are the first two that are deployed in the process. And to take the blind down, we're just going to wind up reversing that process. Okay, so to take the blind down, Jake's just going to reverse the process, and he's going to punch in the three side walls, all except for one of the soft walls. Again, the four-way stretch fabric right here is going to be the last side wall that he takes down. So he's going to do three walls and then the roof. And then the takedown, the last step is kind of the scariest because you really have to put a lot of force to get this thing to collapse. So he's going to grab a bottom corner. Notice he's not grabbing in one of the corners up here on the roof. He's grabbing the very bottom of the blind, and he's going to press down in the center of the hubs really hard. Then once it collapses, it's important to make sure that all of the hubs are properly aligned. Occasionally they'll get intertwined a little bit, so he just wants to make sure all 5 hubs are loose and ready to fold into the transport position. So when it's done, all 5 hubs should be bunched together like Jake has and ready to go back in the bag. If you have any questions, you can check it out at huntzenek.com for more info.